It's an honor to speak with you on this, your very first day as United States citizens. Congratulations. You're joining great company. Some of the greatest people this nation has ever known were first-generation immigrants who came here to pursue their dreams. I wish I could hear your stories of the journey that brought you to this point, the things that drew you here. Maybe you have dreams of owning your own business or giving your children opportunities they never had. Maybe you've even braved very difficult circumstances to be here. I have experienced a glimpse of this because my own South African grandfather sat in an auditorium like this in 1966. I never get tired of hearing him tell his story. In fact, just last week, he told it to me again. For 6 days, he traveled across the Atlantic Ocean, and then early one morning, before dawn, he woke up and went out onto the bow of the ship, straining to see through the dense fog, and then he saw it. Just barely visible, the Statue of Liberty, the symbol to the world that here is a place where everyone can pursue his or her dreams in freedom and liberty. My grandfather went on to swim in the 1960 Olympics for South Africa, but returned to the United States, finished college, and on September 6, 1966, he became a U.S. citizen and began pursuing his American dream. Many around the world would love to come to the U.S. A recent Gallup poll revealed that the United States has the undisputed title as the world's most desired destination for potential migrants. There are many reasons people want to come to the U.S., but one of the most common reasons is for its prosperity. The U.S. is known around the world as the land of opportunity, a place where if you work hard, you can succeed. What enabled the U.S. to become so prosperous? I think it could be summed up in this famous phrase: liberty and justice for all. Few places in the world offer greater personal liberty, the right to think, to act, to worship, and to assemble as you please. And justice, the ability to live in the security of knowing that we are protected by the rule of law and not subject to the whims of men. Liberty and justice for all is so important for a truly prosperous nation. Many come here not so much for the opportunity as for the liberty and for justice itself. Many come to escape persecution or oppression, to live under the declaration that all men and women are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, and that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Something deep inside most of us longs for this. My neighbor fled her homeland in fear with her family over a decade ago to the safety and security of the U.S. She tells of how difficult it was to leave extended family members behind and to come to a new and very different place to start over. But when they arrived, they were welcomed in their community. They soon started a small business that today is very successful. Best of all, each day they wake up without fear. This liberty and justice is made possible by a very unique document, the U.S. Constitution. Written over 225 years ago, a document that limits the powers of government and protects the rights of its people. A document that enables a government by the people and for the people. When the Founding Fathers wrote the Constitution, they did the unthinkable. At that moment in history, when they held all the power, what did they do? They wrote a constitution that began with the words, "We the people." They gave the power to the people, to you and to me. Patrick Henry once said, "The Constitution is not an instrument for the government to restrain the people. It's an instrument for the people to restrain the government." Our Constitution is the most valuable asset this nation possesses. It protects human rights, like nowhere in the world. It empowers human ingenuity and invention through free markets and limited government. It ensures human compassion through personal responsibility, and it encourages justice through the rule of law. And it enables the pursuit of happiness beyond the wildest imagination of our document's framers. Liberty and justice are made possible because of our Constitution. But this liberty and justice is not free. It comes with a heavy price. Freedom has some fierce and determined enemies, and thousands of American men and women have sacrificed their lives protecting this freedom. Even today, many stand watch, risking their lives and sacrificing to make sure that we continue to live in peace, free and secure. Finally, U.S. citizenship comes with one more thing. It comes with responsibility. Responsibility to protect and defend our freedoms, responsibility to make sure that the opportunities, liberty, and justice we have are still here for future generations, for your children and your grandchildren. You may never be asked to pick up a weapon. You may never be asked to go to war, but you'll be asked to vote. You'll be asked to keep yourself informed and to make sure that your voice is heard. We are a constitutional republic, by the people and for the people, and it only works when the people take responsibility for our government. One of my favorite quotes is from one of our founding fathers, Benjamin Franklin, who, when asked after the Constitutional Convention, "Well, doctor, what have we got, a republic or a monarchy?" To which he replied, "A republic, if you can keep it." It is our responsibility to keep it, mine, and as of today, yours. As you know, America is not perfect, and it may have seen better days, but I believe its best days are still ahead. The same pioneering and persevering spirit that made this the most prosperous nation in the world is still alive and well. It labors through the hard times. It leads us through the uncharted territories, and it lifts us out of times of disaster and despair. You no doubt know this American spirit because it must live in you also. After all, it drew you here, just as it has been drawing millions of others like you from all corners of the world for over 237 years. Congratulations again on becoming United States citizens.